I want to talk about something loathsome, an organization that betrays its simple mission to defend and root out hatred against Jews. By now, you've heard about Elon Musk's peculiar gesture at the inauguration celebration. He thrust his arm stiffly in the air with his open hand slightly bent. Immediately, the gesture was recognized as a Nazi salute. German Nazis would do that salute and yell Sieg Heil, meaning hail to victory. Here's the Jerusalem Post headline. And the Jewish Telegraph Agency, a 100-year-old Jewish media site. Jerry Nadler, the Jewish Democratic congressman from Manhattan, called the gesture anti-Semitic and said other officials should condemn it. I never imagined we would see the day when what appears to be a Heil Hitler salute would be made behind the presidential seal, Nadler tweeted. This abhorrent gesture has no place in our society and belongs in the darkest chapters of human history. I urge all of my colleagues to unite in condemning this hateful gesture for what it is, anti-Semitism. The Lemkin Institute for Genocide Prevention noted Musk's use of, quote, an anti-genocidal signal, unquote, and issued a red flag alert about the whole direction of the U.S. The political editor of the major German paper Die Zeit made this remark. What about those in the U.S. who are happy to describe themselves as far-right or neo-Nazis? They got the message. Rolling Stone explains they were ecstatic. And then there was the reaction of the Anti-Defamation League, the ADL, which calls itself the world's leading expert on anti-Semitism and which has appointed itself the leading group combating that prejudice. In a tweet, it said, no, Musk hadn't made a Nazi salute. It was an awkward gesture. And we should all take a breath. Ben the Ark Jewish Action was rightfully furious. It replied sarcastically to the ADL. 19-year-old student says Free Palestine, anti-Semitic. Musk backs Germany's AfD and anti-Semitic replacement theories, buys Twitter so Nazis load at the top, Sieg Heils multiple times. Give them the benefit of the doubt. The group started a petition campaign to get the ADL to apologize and to blast Musk for what he did. As Ben the Ark mentioned, this wasn't some one-off. Musk has retweeted far-right lunacy, and he openly campaigns for Germany's AfD party, which is viciously anti-minority, anti-Muslim these days, and has Nazi roots. Now, of course, Musk has his defenders. They tweeted photos of Kamala Harris and others with their hand raised. But they didn't post any videos of that hand raising. Otherwise, people would see a difference between waving your hand and saluting in the manner of Mussolini and Hitler. Others said that Musk was on the autism spectrum, and this gesture just innocently came out on its own. What garbage. Anyone looking at the video sees Musk in full control of his body before and after those motions. Anyway, Musk himself didn't mention that excuse for his salutes. He's made just 2 comments about his gesture. He simply said thank you in a reply to the ADL. And he retweeted someone called Rabbit Hole, who called the condemnation of the gestures the salute hoax. Musk wrote, "Frankly, they need better dirty tricks. The everyone is Hitler attack is so tired." The ADL's main interest, of course, is backing Israeli extremist governments. They've done that for many decades, once even getting caught spying on all kinds of activists, from Palestinians to the United Farm Workers. A couple of years ago, the ADL criticized Musk for some of his comments about Jews. But then they witnessed the Israeli Prime Minister embracing Musk. The ADL is such a slave to Netanyahu that its reaction was to immediately and meekly retreat. And that's why it fearfully does nothing in the face of Nazi salutes today. ADL National Director Greenblatt spoke to the Israeli Knesset very recently and told one of its committees that it needs to up its game with propaganda. He said there's now an inferno of anti-Semitism. If true, that might reflect badly on the ADL, revealing it to be a totally incompetent outfit. But that wouldn't occur to Greenblatt. For some terrific cartoons by the comic artist Eli Valley, search for Jewish Currents ADL Valley. And follow the links to articles about the ADL below this YouTube. I'm Stanley Heller.